So today is a cold day, a sort of a late autumn, beginning of winter, and what a wonderful breakfast it would be to have hot oats porridge. But how do you cook it, and what are the ways of doing it? There are several different ways, and different people like it different ways. Some cook it with milk, others cook it without milk. Some add milk later, and etc. etc. I think the best way to prepare it is actually with just water, because water provides a much nicer cooking environment, and also your oats won't be burning. The oils in the milk and proteins in the milk won't be burning and creating additional unwanted elements. But the main recipe essentially is you take 1 part of oats, and here I'm going to use about 50 grams, so I'm going to put 50 grams here. So let me just readjust my 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's about 50 grams in there, and for 50 grams I would put 150 milliliters of water. But before I start cooking, I will actually gently use this water to wash my oats. There's been a lot of talk about, well, obviously, like any grains that are farmed industrially, they will have some residue of things on them. So I think it's a good idea, not everybody does this, but I think it's a good idea to wash them. So you can see this water becoming very, there's some starch in there, so it's starchy, and there's some other residue. But I will actually drain this water first, before adding another 150 milliliters of water, and before I start cooking it on heat. So now I've drained my water, and this is what I've got. I've got clean oats in my pot. So what I will do, I will add a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add my 150 milliliters of water. So now we're ready to cook our porridge. So I'm going to transfer this to my stove. So now you can see there's more starch forming in the whitish waters, but it's now on high heat. So we're going to now soon see individual oats melting and turning into more of a porridge consistency. So it will take a short while before that starts to happen, and the water will gradually also get absorbed by the oats, and we're going to see that nice porridge consistency. I might add just a little bit more salt, because I think I didn't add enough. So I'm going to add just a little more. Here we are, we now see the water boiling. This is a good process. That it means soon we're going to start to see that porridge-like consistency with our oats. So I'm going to reduce the heat a little. And I think it is quite important that you keep your spoon in the porridge and you keep moving the oats so that all individual oats get cooked properly from different angles, and your porridge has that nice consistency throughout, and you don't get any burning at the bottom of your pot. So now you can already see it's becoming to look more and more like proper porridge, right? So it's got that nice fluid porridgey. The individual flakes are now amalgamating and melting and sort of intertwining with each other. So we're now seeing real porridge consistency in this. And it doesn't take that long. You see, it only takes a couple of minutes and you're pretty much done. So I think we're pretty close now to having our porridge ready. It's nearly there, nearly there. I think I can now reduce the heat completely. Yeah, I've switched the heat off now. I think it's ready now. I don't want to overcook it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some butter, and I might add also some honey. So you can add fruit. Bananas are very good with this, and jams are also very popular. Some people even add Nutella and chocolate, but I will add a little bit of honey and butter. So, and also I will season it with crushed pepper. For some reason, crushed pepper adds that nice contrasting tone to the porridge that creates the whole experience becomes more interesting with some pepper. So, and it mixes really well with salt and sugar and honey. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of butter. So let me get some butter in. There you go. So some butter is now melting in my porridge. I can smell that buttery, porridgey, nutty aromas coming out now. Beautiful, beautiful. So, and the final stage is I will transfer my my porridge into a glass plate. Here we are. Beautiful. Oh, this porridge is exactly what I needed today. So, here we are. Our porridge is transferred. And I'm going to add a little bit of honey. So, here's my teaspoonful of honey going in. And this porridge is now ready to be served and ready to be eaten. And let me just try what it tastes like. I'm sure it's delicious, but I'm just gonna quickly try. It's very hot. Absolutely delicious. Bon appetit, everyone. Hope you enjoy your porridge.